Let's head over now to Ted and Brian.
All right, Brian Sobel here with us because we can't get enough of the Republican National Convention.
Absolutely, every day.
The crescendo is upon us. Let's start with Donald Trump. What does he need to do tonight?
Well, he has to sound presidential. This is the time when he shifts from the bluster and the accusations and a lot of other things to becoming the presidential look-alike that he needs to look like as he moves forward from this point.
At this point, he has been successful not being that person.
Right.
Can he go to robotic teleprompter reading politician and pull it off?
We're going to see tonight, Ted. It's going to be really fascinating to see if he can make that switch and whether he's going to use the teleprompter and then drop in something off the cuff here and there, or whether he kind of just goes from basic notes.
But this is the time to pivot for this candidate who
Absolutely
has been so raw. He needs to rein it in because while it's funny, some of his little Marco comments, lying Ted, at some point you have to trust him to be president if you're going to vote for him, right?
Well, exactly, and we know from the comments that Cruz made today, people have long memories. And to get the people who are in the middle and to bring some Democrats over, all of what you need in every state to win, you have to change your message now. Now, typically this is where the message changes from giving your own party what they want to giving the nation what it needs.
Peter Thiel, let's talk about him quickly. Silicon Valley guy, Bay Area person. A lot of people are going to be watching this speech.
Oh, yes. Yes, especially in the Bay Area, to see what he says. The question is, you know, how much will he try to take the lead for Trump on these very controversial issues that are not ones that the Republicans want to embrace at all? I mean, he's, again, Donald Trump walking the tightrope on things, appearing to be on both sides of the issue. One of the things you've heard all the way through this campaign has been, you know, Donald Trump will say one thing here and another thing there, and this is a good example. The Republican platform would not normally want this individual to speak. Donald Trump has him there, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, Ted Cruz, interesting last night when he was booed off the stage, did it work almost in Donald Trump's favor? Because it sure seemed, even the Texas delegation turned on Cruz. So now you don't have this guy that people sort of think they would have wanted rather to have there. Now you have a villain.
No, and what we're seeing in some of the interviews and things is that people thought it was small, that it was less than what you would expect. He didn't have to go out of his way to do a giant endorsement, but he could have said the party needs to swing behind the nominee or anything. And today's comments, I think, clarified why he didn't endorse Trump last night when he said, hey, he basically maligned my wife, maligned my dad.
But Donald Trump has maligned everybody.
Oh, sure.
He's
an equal opportunity maligner.
Right.
So yeah, no, I think Cruz, for whatever reason.
Was that political suicide for him?
I don't think suicide, but these things take a while to recover from. And of course, Cruz, as we've been talking about this week, is looking at 2020. And I don't know, that was not done on accident. That was a calculated move last night and his comments today.
And Donald Trump let him speak anyway. He says he saw the speech. He didn't fire the speechwriter with the Melania Gate. He kind of comes across as being sort of a level-headed guy, not the bulldog you're fired that we see on the Apprentice.
Right. Well, again, what we have seen from the kids, as an example, is you don't know my father the way I know my father. He isn't the guy you're painting him to be. His wife said that, or at least the words that were written for her said that. But I'm sure it was her sentiment, obviously, that, you know, he's not this character or caricature that we see every day. And that was their mission.
Well, we will all be watching. We'll be watching with you tonight, Brian, and we'll go over what happens. It should be very interesting.
Tune in. It's going to be something.
All right.